Ladies, sisters, I want you to close your eyes and think of everything you are, your dreams, your hopes, your ambitions, your battles. Feel them in your heart. Feel the fire of your life inside you. Now, remember, some things are too precious, too powerful to be given away lightly. A woman must always hold certain parts of herself sacred, tucked away from the world, and especially from those who may not know what to do with that power. Today, I'm going to tell you about 3 things every woman should hide, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. First, hide your deepest dreams. There's a beauty to dreams that are nurtured in silence. Your dreams are not there for anyone's approval. They're meant to be held close, like a seed waiting for the right soil. So when you have a dream, whether it's building a business, raising a family, changing the world, keep it within your heart until it's ready to be born. Let it grow. Let it gain strength without the noise of doubt. Not everyone will understand the greatness that lives within you, and not everyone needs to. Second, guard your vulnerabilities. Listen, strength and vulnerability are 2 sides of the same coin. But your vulnerability is a gift you should reveal only to those who have earned it. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to have fears, insecurities, doubts. But a woman knows when to hold that softness back and when to share it. You don't need to let the world see you when you're struggling to find your footing. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone who isn't ready to honor your truth. In fact, the right people will see your strength, even when you don't have to show it. And lastly, protect your self-worth. Your worth isn't negotiable. Not for anyone. Not for a partner, a friend, a family member. It's not something you give away piece by piece. Know what you bring to the table. Know the light that you carry. And never, ever let anyone make you question it. You are enough right here as you are. That worth is the root of every powerful thing you will do, every bold move you will make, every step you'll take toward your future. So I say to you, hold your dreams close. Keep your vulnerability for those who cherish it, and know that your worth is yours alone to define. In a world that sometimes asks women to give everything of themselves, let's remember that it's okay to keep parts of us hidden, protected, whole. This isn't about secrecy, it's about wisdom. Each of us has a strength that grows in silence, a courage that rises from our unspoken dreams, and a resilience that doesn't need an audience. And that, my friends, is what makes us unstoppable. Self-respect is the quiet force that defines every choice, every boundary, every interaction a woman has with the world. It's more than an inner sense of dignity or a source of pride. It's the sacred core of her being, and it shapes how she stands, speaks, and lives. In a world that often asks women to bend, to give, and to put others first, self-respect isn't just important, it's essential. It's the compass that keeps her true to herself. When a woman holds her self-respect as sacred, she doesn't allow others to define her worth. She recognizes that her value isn't up for debate or in need of validation. This respect is not rooted in accomplishments or in what others think of her. It's something she grants to herself because she knows deep down that she deserves it. It's a respect for the journey she's walked, for the battles she's faced, and for the woman she's grown to become. It's understanding that she is enough just as she is, and that she's entitled to take up space, to be heard, to be seen without needing to prove her worth. A woman with self-respect doesn't tolerate disrespect because she understands that doing so would mean allowing others to diminish her essence. She chooses her relationships carefully, prioritizing people who uplift and value her, rather than those who would take advantage of her kindness or test her boundaries. Self-respect gives her the power to walk away from situations and people that drain her, no matter how difficult it may be. It's the strength to say no without feeling guilty, to set limits without second-guessing, and to expect respect in return. But self-respect isn't just about how she interacts with others, it's also about how she treats herself. It's the voice inside her that says, take care of yourself, protect your peace, nurture your dreams. She doesn't settle for less in any area of her life, not in love, not in work, not in the way she spends her time. She invests in herself because she understands that she's worthy of growth, of joy, of rest. Self-respect keeps her from accepting scraps or making herself small just to fit someone else's expectations. She believes in her own potential, trusts her instincts, and values her own voice. This self-respect is her armor and her anchor. It protects her from being swept away by society's pressures, by others' judgments, or by the fear of standing alone. It grounds her, giving her the courage to stay true to her values, even if that path is difficult. She knows that compromising her integrity for anyone or anything would be a betrayal of her true self, so she holds her self-respect close, as something inviolable. In honoring her self-respect, she inspires others around her. She becomes a role model, showing that dignity and self-worth are non-negotiable. She teaches by example that every woman deserves to be treated with kindness, compassion, and respect, not because of what she does, but because of who she is. Her self-respect is a quiet, steady power that doesn't need to be flaunted. It's the foundation of her life, the reason she can stand tall, the light that guides her forward with grace. And so for every woman, holding self-respect as sacred isn't just an act of self-love. It's a declaration to the world that she will honor herself in all things always. Strength, in its truest form, is often unspoken. It doesn't need loud declarations or outward demonstrations. It resides quietly, powerfully within. For a woman, strength can be like a mystery, a quality that's felt but not fully seen. An energy that is sensed but rarely explained. Strength as mystery means embodying resilience in a way that doesn't demand attention but commands respect. It's the ability to endure life's storms with grace, to face challenges without losing oneself, and to draw upon an inner reservoir that few are ever fully aware of. When a woman's strength is a mystery, it becomes something sacred and private. She doesn't feel the need to announce her struggles or her triumphs, because her strength isn't a performance. It's something she carries with her quietly, woven into the fabric of her character. She's the type who, in the face of hardship, doesn't crumble but doesn't boast either. Her strength is revealed in subtle ways, in the way she keeps going when others would stop, in her calm amidst chaos, and in her ability to rise again, no matter how many times she's been knocked down. This mysterious strength is also rooted in knowing when to hold back, when to show vulnerability, and when to stand firm. She chooses her battles carefully, recognizing that not everything deserves her energy or attention. Her strength is not a blunt force, it's nuanced and strategic. She understands the power of quiet endurance, and she knows that sometimes the greatest strength is the ability to wait, to observe, to move in her own time. Her actions are intentional, and her restraint often speaks louder than words ever could. Strength as mystery means she doesn't need to prove herself to anyone. She knows her own worth, and that knowledge is enough. She doesn't seek validation from others because her strength is self-sustained. It's drawn from the lessons she's learned, from the battles she's fought, and from the wisdom she's gained. It's a strength that's been shaped by both joy and pain, by success and failure. Each experience has layered her with a quiet resilience that doesn't require an audience to be real. In relationships, her strength as mystery adds depth and allure. She's not easily understood, and that makes her intriguing. There's a magnetic quality to a woman who holds her strength close, like a secret. People are drawn to her, sensing the depth within her, but they can never fully grasp it. She knows that revealing every part of herself isn't necessary. In fact, it's her choice to hold some parts of her strength back that makes it so powerful. She doesn't need to display every aspect of her resilience, and she doesn't allow everyone access to the deepest parts of herself. This mysterious strength also gives her peace. She doesn't feel pressure to live up to others' expectations, to prove herself, or to always be strong in the way society might expect. Her strength allows her to be soft when she chooses, to be vulnerable when she wants, and to be firm when she needs. She moves through the world with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing her worth and trusting her path. Her strength as mystery gives her a sense of freedom, because she doesn't feel the need to constantly explain or justify herself. She simply is, and that is enough. For those who get close enough to witness her strength, it's an inspiration. People might see glimpses of it: a calm demeanor during a crisis, a quiet smile when others would be frustrated, a steady gaze that reassures those around her. Her strength isn't loud, but it's unmistakable. It reminds others that true strength doesn't need to dominate or control. It can exist softly, powerfully, as a steady presence. It's a reminder that strength doesn't always shout sometimes. It's content to simply exist. To possess strength as mystery is to hold a deep understanding that one's power doesn't diminish by being hidden. It's a gift that she offers selectively, if at all, because she knows that her strength is a treasure. And in this mystery, there is liberation. She isn't bound by anyone's definition of strength but her own. She is free to be as strong or as gentle as she chooses. And that choice, in itself, is her power. Ultimately, strength as mystery is a profound truth that allows her to move with grace, compassion, and unbreakable resolve. It's the kind of strength that not everyone will understand, and that's perfectly fine. Because her strength isn't for everyone, it's for her. Dreams, when kept unspoken, are delicate and powerful. They are the silent hopes, the visions that shape our lives from within, unseen by others, unmeasured by anyone else's standards. For a woman, dreams that are held close have a unique power. They become her private sanctuary, a place where she can imagine and build her future in her own way, at her own pace. Unspoken dreams are free from external influence. They don't need approval or applause to thrive. Instead, they are nurtured quietly, gaining strength in the depths of her heart, waiting for the right moment to emerge. When a woman keeps her dreams unspoken, she gives them time to grow in an environment free from judgment. She doesn't have to defend them, explain them, or risk having them misunderstood. Her dreams are protected from doubt and negativity, sheltered from the skepticism of those who may not see what she sees. In a world that often asks us to share, to prove, to display our ambitions, there is something sacred in holding on to a vision that is hers alone. It's like tending to a garden hidden from view, where every idea, every plan, and every aspiration can bloom without interruption. Keeping her dreams unspoken also allows her to change them freely, to evolve and refine them as she grows. When a dream is private, it can shift and adapt without the pressure of meeting others' expectations. She doesn't have to commit to any one version of it prematurely. Instead, she can explore it fully, imagine it from different angles, and shape it into something that aligns with her true self. This flexibility is a gift, allowing her to dream expansively without the limitations that come with seeking external validation. Unspoken dreams are powerful because they are fueled by an internal drive rather than by external encouragement. She dreams not for the sake of impressing others or meeting society's standards, but because something deep inside her is calling her toward a certain path, a certain vision. This internal motivation is profound. It's a form of resilience that strengthens her even when the road to realizing her dream is uncertain or difficult. Her dream, kept quietly within, becomes a source of hope and determination that no one can take away. It's hers, untouched by the noise of the outside world. Holding her dreams close also shields them from premature exposure. Sometimes sharing a dream too early can invite doubt and criticism, which can weaken its foundation before it's even fully formed. When a dream is tender, still gathering strength, it needs protection. By keeping it unspoken, she safeguards it from those who may not understand, from those who might dismiss it or try to reshape it into something it's not. She knows that not everyone will see her vision the way she does, and that's why she chooses to keep it close until she is ready to bring it to life on her own terms. In the quiet of her unspoken dreams, she finds a powerful clarity. There, she can imagine freely, envisioning possibilities without limitation. There's no audience, no judgment, just pure potential. Her dream is a reflection of her most authentic self, and in this private space, she is free to imagine without restraint, without compromise. This is where her creativity, her hopes, and her unique sense of purpose come alive, untouched by the expectations of others. When the time is right, her unspoken dream may become something tangible, something shared, but until then, it is her quiet source of inspiration, a guiding star that keeps her moving forward, even in the face of obstacles. She doesn't rush to reveal it because she understands that every dream has its own timing. By keeping it unspoken, she builds strength and resilience in her journey, trusting that her dream will reveal itself to the world when it's ready, when she's ready. Unspoken dreams, held close, are a source of inner peace. They give her a reason to hope, a reason to work, a reason to believe in herself, even when the path is unclear. They remind her that she is capable of creating beauty, of reaching for something greater than what she sees in front of her. Her dreams are a promise she makes to herself, a quiet vow to honor her own potential, to strive for the life she envisions, regardless of the obstacles. In the end, dreams unspoken are not hidden out of fear or secrecy, but out of reverence. They are treasures meant to be nurtured, to be allowed the space to grow and mature in their own time. By keeping her dreams unspoken, she gives them the gift of privacy, the chance to thrive without interference. And in doing so, she strengthens not only her dreams, but also her resolve, her faith in herself, and her commitment to the life she is quietly, powerfully building. Resilience, when built quietly, is a profound and steadfast force. It doesn't shout or demand attention, but it grows steadily within, shaping a woman's heart and mind in ways that are often invisible to the outside world. This quiet resilience is born not from a single event, but from a series of moments, decisions, and experiences that add depth to her character and strength to her spirit. It's forged in the silence of her struggles, the unseen battles she faces, and the private victories she celebrates alone. This kind of resilience doesn't need to be displayed or spoken about, it simply is, existing as a source of inner power that sustains her through both the ordinary and the extraordinary. When a woman builds resilience quietly, she learns to depend on herself in ways that create an unbreakable bond with her own inner strength. She discovers that she can endure, adapt, and thrive even when no one is watching. This resilience isn't about proving anything to anyone else, it's a commitment to herself, a promise to keep going despite the odds. She finds strength in her ability to face each new challenge, knowing that every experience, whether joyful or painful, adds another layer to her foundation. Her resilience becomes a part of who she is, woven into her identity as a constant, unwavering presence. Quietly built resilience means she knows how to move forward without fanfare. She doesn't need to announce her struggles, and she doesn't seek validation for her endurance. Her resilience is a private source of pride, a reminder that she can hold herself together even when circumstances try to pull her apart. Each time she faces adversity, she gathers lessons, insights, and strengths that no one else may ever see, but she carries them with her nonetheless. These invisible tools give her the courage to keep stepping forward, to continue building a life aligned with her values and aspirations, no matter how many setbacks she encounters. This quiet resilience also gives her a sense of calm. She knows that she has faced difficult times before and emerged stronger each time, so she doesn't fear challenges in the same way. Instead, she approaches them with a sense of calm acceptance, trusting that she will find a way through. She doesn't panic or crumble under pressure because her resilience has been tested and proven. This quiet confidence is a rare gift, allowing her to face whatever comes her way with grace and determination. Her resilience is like a steady flame that doesn't flicker in the face of the wind but continues to burn, a reminder that she has the inner resources to withstand anything. Building resilience in silence also teaches her patience. She understands that not everything has to be solved immediately, that some things take time. This patience is hard-won, developed through experiences that have taught her to wait, to endure, to trust in the process. She knows that growth doesn't happen overnight, and that healing often takes longer than we'd like. Her quiet resilience allows her to give herself that time, to move forward at her own pace, without rushing or forcing outcomes. She is gentle with herself, because she knows that true strength lies in allowing herself to go through each phase of life with honesty and compassion. There's also a profound humility and resilience that's built quietly. She knows what it feels like to struggle, to doubt, to wonder if she can keep going. This knowledge keeps her grounded and empathetic toward others who are facing their own challenges. She doesn't judge because she understands that everyone is carrying burdens unseen. Her quiet resilience makes her more compassionate, more willing to offer a kind word or a listening ear, because she knows the power of small acts of support when the world feels heavy. Quietly built resilience also means that she becomes less reliant on external approval or acknowledgement. She doesn't need applause or praise to validate her strength, because her resilience is deeply personal. She knows what she has overcome, and that knowledge is enough. This self-assuredness allows her to walk through life with a quiet confidence, grounded in the understanding that she can handle whatever comes her way. Her resilience is her anchor, and it gives her the freedom to be true to herself without the need to conform to others' expectations or definitions of strength. Through this quiet resilience, she becomes a testament to the power of persistence. She shows that true strength doesn't need to be loud or visible. It can be subtle and steady, like the roots of a tree that hold firm beneath the surface. Her resilience is something she carries silently, but its presence influences every choice, every step, every word. It allows her to move forward with integrity, to stay connected to her values, and to continue growing even when circumstances are challenging. Resilience that is quietly built becomes a part of her legacy. It is a gift she gives herself, a strength that she passes on through her actions, her words, her presence. Those around her may not see the struggles she has faced or the battles she has won, but they feel the strength that emanates from her. Her resilience becomes a quiet inspiration, a reminder that strength doesn't need to shout, it simply endures. In the end, quietly built resilience is a lifelong companion. It stays with her through every season, giving her the courage to keep reaching, the patience to keep waiting, and the strength to keep hoping. It is a constant, a quiet promise that she can weather any storm, rise from any fall, and continue on her path with unwavering resolve. This resilience, silently cultivated, is her most powerful ally, guiding her forward with a strength that is as profound as it is enduring.